Hey, I'm Callum, and this is my Nissan 300 ZX. A couple of years ago, I was looking at getting a proper JDM car. I've always been a fan of Nissan, so I looked at a few others. And for some reason, the Z32 just jumped out. I love the styling, and I love the whole idea behind the car. And after doing a bit more research and test driving a few, I fell in love with it, so knew I had to have one. I was actually looking for an S14 on the Nissan Sylvia forum, and on that someone was advertising a Z32. It was a nice car then, and when I had to rebuild it, I decided I'll make it better than it was before to make my own silver lining out of that, and that really changed things for me. So I got this car. As soon as I saw it, I knew this was the right one. I had it for about a year, then the car was stolen from me. Got the car back wrecked. It had a blown motor and damaged body and ruined interior, so I knew then I was going to rebuild the car front to back, and I'd try to take the build to the next level then and try and make it better than it was before. And over the years it's gone from what it was then to more and more, keep adding to it, keep trying to customize it more, and this is what you see behind me. I really think my build would be like rising from the ashes. The car was destroyed and I built it back to be the best it could be, so it's better than it was before, and that came through a difficult experience. We'll start with the motor. It's factory internals, which are good for quite a lot of horsepower. A slight port on the head, port matched intake manifolds, heavily extrude honed and ported exhaust manifolds, custom built T28 hybrid turbos. Everything else is custom, 2.5 inch intakes, front mounts, twin coolers, twin oil coolers, power mod standalone ECU, quite a bit that should see it to about 600 horsepower. The show car looks, but the engine was built to be a fast street car. I've had the car about 5 years now, always working on it. The initial build was about a year and a half to get the motor fully built, suspension, a bit of interior work and body work, and then after that always doing small things to try and improve it. The biggest thing when building the motor is trying to find a good bottom end. Basically I ended up with 3 complete used motors and then parts from 2 other motors, so I've got a collection of 5 motors for the car to get enough pieces to build one good motor. Initially just started building a street car. It was just going to be something that I enjoyed. It wasn't designed to race or to be better than anything else, just had to put a smile on my face, and that's kind of evolved over the years into a bit of a show car build, but at the end of the day it's just an expression of my passion. The biggest thing, I'm not really interested in racing the car, or I don't have anything to prove. I'd really just like it to be the best I can build it to be, a good representation of my skills and my vision. The end goal for the build, I don't really know if there is an end goal. I don't think it'll ever be finished. I keep getting inspired by other cars, other builders, other ideas, and looking for new ways to challenge myself and do things nobody's seen before. My goal is really, I just like to improve my skills, kind of develop my skills to be competitive with some of the best around and have a build that represents that. A couple of the things I've done, I had a feature shoot in SXDRV, did a nice feature with Speed and Sound magazine. Quite recently had an article in Speed Hunters, so those are some of the top ones so far. I've been into cars and working on mechanical things pretty much since I was old enough to hold a spanner, so always loved it. Started working on cars as soon as I was old enough to drive, and yeah, for the past 15 years been doing it professionally. An enthusiast sees a car very differently to people who just use it as a tool. To me, it's a passion. I mean, my life is just about built around cars. It's what I do for a living. It's how I met my friends and had some of my greatest experiences. It's like a brotherhood. I've met such great guys, some of my best friends, such helpful guys that are always there to lend a hand when things go wrong, give you support when things get difficult. It's just such a healthy community. Go to the meets, go to the events, meet the guys. Most of them are really cool. They're encouraging. They've always got good advice. So do what you love doing. You don't have to follow the trends either. If it's something you're passionate about, go for it.